Well, it seems I'm constantly just caught in this tension between being where I've always wanted to be, doing what I've always dreamt of doing, and still feeling like I need to achieve more, like I need to do more, perform more, accomplish more, and I don't like that. I enjoy having a creative space and a creative outlet, and I enjoy also binge watching TV, and it feels like all of these things are really hard to fit into one lifestyle. And I just feel like maybe I've gotten burned out trying to do all these things. Maybe I need a perspective shift and need to stop feeling like I'm in a rat race. That's one of the main reasons why I was so excited to get to be a full-time homemaker. What I didn't realize is even as a full-time homemaker, that still exists. It's not like you just start staying home and you're bored all the time. There's so much to do, and maybe even more to do when you're home all the time, in my experience anyways. I feel like I can look around my house and always see something that needs done, and maybe that's just the homemaker in me. Like I've always felt drawn to being in my home and tidying my home, and if it's tidy, I just stare at walls and spaces and think how I could redecorate those or rearrange those and make them more functional or more aesthetically pleasing. And so I recognize that a lot of this is self-imposed. However, I don't want to give up that creativity, but I also don't want to pack every free minute that I have full of stuff, because at the end of the day, I want to have the time to sit and just sit at the feet of Jesus and to hear him speak to me and to be able to respond in obedience to the things that he wants me to do. Like I don't want my schedule or my calendar to be so full that if he is asking me to do something, I can't do it, or I feel obligated to do something else instead. So maybe this is a countercultural message, but I hope you find this to be a peaceful space and one that maybe reaffirms you in your desire to have or possibly even incorporate intentional times of rest throughout your days as a homemaker. Book. No, we don't need it. Good morning, friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today we are just doing a little reset. I wish I could tell you that I do this every week, but I don't. This is kind of like this is more or less just going to be like a restful day with some productivity, like a productive rest day, if you will. There's just some things, like I've been in the middle of a lot of different projects recently, so just the day-to-day stuff around my house has been a little bit neglected lately. I am going to be working on some of that today, just dishes, laundry. We actually did pick up our house last night before we went to bed, which we do not do every night, but last night we did. So that was really great to be able to wake up to a house that was kind of somewhat put together and just be able to work on the other things. But also throughout today, I'm just trying to take it slow, snuggle my girls. They've also been going through some stuff lately, just growing, just becoming big girls and all that comes with that. So I want to be loving on them well, and yeah, just taking care of things. We are in the middle of a VBS week. It's not our VBS, but they are going there in the evenings, so they're kind of just like taking it more slowly during the day, saving up a lot of that energy for the nighttime. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're new, I would love for you to subscribe, turn on notifications so that you're sure to not miss a video each time I post. I try to do about 2 a week. The way it's working right now is I have a declutter series going on, so that's usually one of the videos each week, and then the other video each week is something like this, just something life-related, routine style, just like come along with me, let's get it done type of thing. So if you're into that, I would love to have you. My name is Megan. I have 2 small girls. One is 1, one is 2, and we are home for the summer. I teach half day at their preschool, so we follow the school schedule, and right now we are loving all of our time together and just trying to make the most of it. This morning so far we have just been eating breakfast, taking our time, getting some things done, and yeah, we're so glad that you're here. So I don't have a super stellar skincare routine. I don't even do it all that often. I do wash my face every day, but all of the other stuff that you're going to see me do in the next few minutes is honestly pretty rare for me. Like, I just kind of do it on an as needed basis or an as able basis, if that makes sense. But I did want to share the simple little homemade face wash routine that I use, because I know that those products can be incredibly expensive. And not only are they expensive, but knowing what ingredients are in our products that we're using, especially ones that we are consuming, and while you're like, okay, I'm not actually eating this, it is going on our skin. And I know that there have been so many things, at least that I've seen in the more recent past, of like the effects that skincare products and makeup and things of that nature have on our hormones, on our fertility, on our anxiety levels, depression levels, just all of these things. They all work together, which I feel like was so disconnected for so long. And now we're here and we're all trying to figure it out together. So the simple recipe that I use for my face wash is not one of my own. I will link the original source in the description box below, but I just simply use Castile soap, water, and sweet almond oil, and then you can add essential oils to it, but I'm not really super well versed in them, so I don't use them in this. I use them in other areas of my house, but not in my face wash. so nice. Annie is down for her nap right now, finally. Rosie is doing some independent play, and I'm just being so vulnerable with you in this little skincare refresh. I don't do this nearly as often as I should, but I linked this steamer, facial steamer, in a previous video, the Mother's Day gift idea video that I did a couple months ago. I'll link it down below, and I'll also link this steamer because it's so nice. Like, I don't use it, like I said, I don't use it as much as I should. I don't use it a ton, but it is wonderful to have at home. I never realized that facials are where it's at until like a year ago, a little over a year ago, when I was very pregnant with Annie. I had a spa day with my mother-in-law and sister-in-law, and we did like the whole shebang. We did it all. And the facial was my absolute favorite. It was the second one I'd ever had, but that day I was able to compare it side by side with a massage and like a salt cave and a pedicure, and the facial was the best, in my opinion. I think they like the massages best, but I was also very pregnant, so there's just no great way to be comfortable at that point. I was like 28 weeks, I think, but anyways. Probably should have left that on. I'm going to do my hair now, give my face a little bit of time to breathe, and then I'm going to moisturize. I need to dermaplane. I think that's what it's called. I try to do that once a month. Oh, I got some food. Thank you. An apple. And you're eating a banana? Is it good? Okay, so let's continue. Trying to get them all to fit. Hey, who's in your buggy? I go. Wow, you are packed. Oh no! Cool. You got it. Do you need help? Oh, good job. A little bit more. Okay. All right, I think they're ready to go. Oh, this warmth is going to be the tell-all. Did you do a good job? Oh, you're so strong. Good job. Wow. Okay. Bye. I wish I could tell you that I had screen limits for my kids or regular routines, rhythms for our days, but I really don't. Like, if you'd asked me a year ago, then yes, I absolutely did, because we were all together all the time for the foreseeable future, home all day. But now that we have a regular school year that we follow, like we go to a half-day preschool, I work there, the girls attend. It's the summer, I want it to feel like summer. And so I just go off of a discernment basis. And basically what that looks like for us is I try not to start TV first thing in the morning, but then I do after a little bit. And then when it feels like maybe they're getting overstimulated, I pull it back. We do some independent play or go outside. And then later in the afternoon when we need to chill, and especially if they're paying good attention, I just let it go and I get things done. While this really goes against the grain of what my personality type desires, there are a lot of expectations that we're kind of placing on our kids right now as they're growing. And I think this is one of those areas that we just need to have a little bit of flexibility in. Okay, so Rosie said she had a mess and needed help cleaning it up. And I just want to show you what we got going on. This is how we clean up. Clean up with you? We doing all the groceries? All right, let's do this. And there she is. Okay, so I feel so much better now that I have a fresh face. Not like a fresh makeup face, but just like a fresh, clean, moisturized face. Oh my gosh, I know I did that a little bit backwards with doing my hair in between, but we get done what we can while we can. And now we have cleaned up around the house, picked up a little bit. I'm gonna make a snack tray, and we really enjoy the Mickey Once Upon a Christmas movie all year round. So I've got that started, and I'm gonna put together this snack tray. I think Annie's waking up, and then we're just gonna enjoy some snuggle time while we snack. It's about midday, so it's perfect time for lunch anyways. I never said it would be fancy or professional, but I think it'll be delicious. Plus the pickles are given to us from a friend. They made them from their garden, so that will be lovely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, you're so tall. You got a cookie? So my grandmother lives on the property right behind our house, and we go over almost every afternoon for ice cream, which is really, really nice. And the girls get a little change of scenery, and I get a break because, like I said, I'm not sitting in my own house looking at things that need to be done. I do want to mention that I have such a struggle of like telling my girls to go play so that I can get stuff done during the day, and sitting and playing with them. It just does not fulfill me to sit and play, but I recognize that they need that personal time too. So I try to balance it as best I can, but at the end of the day, I'm very glad that there are two of them so they can entertain each other and play together. Plus, they're creating this little friendship and bond that is so precious and all of their own. So both girls are having quiet time. I think both are probably about to be asleep, but we'll see. And I had definitely planned on stringing some green beans that I've been meaning to get to and watching a little bit of YouTube, but I waited too long on the green beans. We were given 2 big bags full at the same time, and I got one strung, snapped, and refrigerated. I still need to prep them to go in the deep freezer, but the other one I sat down and started to open, and it was like, ooh, that's not, we ain't touching those. So sadly, they went to the trash, but now I'm just gonna work on editing a little bit, and we'll just see how far I get with this. I may stop at some point and decide to watch YouTube and not do something along with it, but I tend to fall asleep when I'm not occupying myself while watching TV. So maybe I'll fall asleep. Maybe I'll just take a nap. I don't know. We'll see what the afternoon holds. So a lot has happened. Whoa. Try again. So a lot has happened since I last talked to you guys. Basically, Annie was not feeling naps today at all, but she needed them, but refused. So she never took a nap. Rosie fell asleep at like 4 o'clock, and I let her go for about 45 minutes and then woke her up. So hopefully she doesn't stay up all night tonight. During that time, I was trying to edit videos, also working on some things that are coming up. And then, yeah, I got both the girls dressed and ready for VBS. Just dropped them off. They were so cute and so ready to be there. Hopefully they'll have a great time. I'm sure that they will. I just hope that Annie doesn't sleep the whole time and then come home and want to party all night. But I'm about to pick up a photo order at Walgreens, and then a couple of other like things for dinner tonight. Nicholas is at home. He's starting dinner for us, and then I'm gonna head on that way and us enjoy dinner at our kitchen table, just the two of us. Like, I love our babies being there. Children are such a blessing. Don't hear me saying anything else. But when they're this little, it's really hard to have uninterrupted conversation. So I'm super pumped to just get to sit and talk with him for an hour and a half if we want to. We probably won't, but that's just something to look forward to. So. Okay, so I have gotten a lot done this evening. We picked up the girls. Well, when did I talk to you last? I was getting my photo order, which turned out so good. I can't wait for y'all to see it in one of my upcoming videos. It's part of a project that I'm working on. But anyways, came home, me and Nicholas ate dinner. It was wonderful. We just did sloppy joes and kept it really chill. And then we enjoyed our time together before we went back and picked up the girls from Bible school and came home, got them both in bed, watered the garden, put the chickens back in the coop. I cut his hair, finishing up a grocery order now. And yeah, then I'm going to finish up a couple of other things that I'm working on for this said project, and then probably go ahead and go to bed. It's almost 10 o'clock already, so somehow the day just flew by. Yeah, there's still a couple of things that I would love to get done to really feel like reset, but it was wonderful to get like little pockets of time throughout today where I was able to just like refresh a little bit, take a breather, not try to cram every minute of my day with just productivity and things that I definitely love doing and want to continue to get done and use as like creative outlets or this and that. But it was nice to just like use those pockets of time to do things that haven't been done in a long time, like skincare and spending time playing blocks with my girls or watching a movie with my girls and making a fun snack tray and all of those things. So I'm just really glad that you came along for the ride. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that maybe it encourages you to take a chill day, not necessarily a day where, you know, I feel like a lot of the times, especially as moms, and maybe even stay-at-home moms at that, we think like it is impossible to ever take a Sabbath or a rest day or whatever you want to call it. But I think it's more so about finding those pockets of time throughout our days, and just the whole idea that Well, for me, this is the life that I've always dreamed of. And even though it can get very mundane and very monotonous sometimes, because every day can be the same or mostly the same, it is very true that these are our days. Like, we aren't dictated by a punch clock, and we aren't being told what to do or where to be by an employer or and we make jokes about our kids being our employers or our husbands or whatever, but ultimately it's up to us how we spend our time, how we manage our time, how we make our time enjoyable for not only ourselves but the ones around us. So I hope that you are encouraged to carry this with you and just reclaim your days throughout your week and your time, and that it just, it's encouraged me to do more of these kinds of things. I think I'll always be the type to want to go and get things done and always be producing at least a little bit in the back of my mind. I think I'll always just be that person, but maybe at some point I won't. I would love that. Maybe I'll unlearn that and just be able to truly be fully present in every single moment of my day, wherever I'm at, whoever I'm with. That would be awesome. But for now, I'm going to sign off. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, wherever you're at, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.